the director of Restoria, like the director of the admins, is the one to be disrespectful, being like, I have the screenshot. Hold on. Why is your heart heavy today? I am having a very hard time justifying playing on this server right now because the admin and I just don't see eye to eye. He did eventually apologize to the victims he offended after long talk, but I just think, in my perspective, that the admins are not being very fair and respectful. And to me, I think admins should be unbiased figures who oversee the server to run on a fair way and, be benevolent. And we just don't see eye to eye about that. It feels like, I understand why they do what they do because it's to rebalance everything. However, the way they go about it, especially that message last night, was just not okay. And I think when you continuously nerf or set by rules of another party member, just constantly the other party member taking L's just to make the other team fair, it eventually does feel bad. It feels really bad. And then when you respond, okay, because we're confused as well because there's zero communication on the rules being set as well. Because when we hear rules, we think it's a rule for everybody. Later on, to learn that it's a rule only applied to us feels really bad. I feel like I would have a better understanding if they just told us hey, this is just applying to you guys to make things fair, instead of just giving us a rule. And then because we're confused, we're asking or saying hey, what's going on? And okay, not only a regular admin, but the director of Restoria, the director of the admins, is the one to be disrespectful, being I have the screenshot. Hold on. I've just, in my 10 plus years of playing in events, have never played on such a corrupt, disrespectful server. Third party, top right, J13, Mr. God. You guys are 35. If you've got issues with third parties, you got something going wrong. I got off stream last night to take a breather, messaged Abe, went to bed, woke up still not finding closure to all of this. Yeah, I am tilted. It just it's not right. Katie Too True, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. When I brought this up to the admin, because I was so annoyed to learn that they didn't really apologize. Their excuse was that it was because they didn't know who to apologize to. I was like, just do it publicly, man. And I was met with excuses oh, it's because you guys weren't backing off the door when we told you guys not to be by Iron Fang's door. And I'm like, you can look through my VOD. Unfortunately, I did not hear this rule where we weren't supposed to be by their door. I heard we weren't supposed to flank them, just to be flanked by them, by the way. I heard that we shouldn't have too many guns in the base to make it fair, just for them to have an M249, by the way. I learned that the admins were the ones throwing bees at us and not Iron Fang to make it fair. Right. No. And I'm still not really complaining. I'm still okay, right. And then they bring a third party to fuck with us. And I honestly hate this narrative of this whole hey, it's supposed to be for fun. Honestly, what kind of saint is gonna have fun constantly being nerfed, rule, met with an admin being disrespectful? Tell me who is gonna have fun? Because I was not having fun. It is not fun to be on the whole time. I literally am seeing red. My heart is so heavy and I am so infuriated, and I haven't ever complained about an event publicly on stream. I always deal with I try my best. I told you guys I'm done being a bigger person. I just like if it's so scripted for Iron Fang to win, then what is the point of everything? What is the point? Anyways, I'm not gonna stay quiet. It just feels ridiculous. Yeah, people, it's fine if people forgot that like we have to win. What's not fine is admins. Admins need to stay out of or run it better. By the way, I'm not speaking about other admins. I'm speaking specifically, I'm saying their name, Ryan JD. They apologize, so there's that, but I want you guys to know I don't feel good about the apology. I don't care if people are like, oh, but he apologized. No, you don't know what I had to, the back and forth we had to get to the apology made the apology so invalid for me. That's why I can't accept the apology, and I'm allowed to not accept it. Anyways, I feel bad that there's still a few more days, maybe 2 more days of Rest Kingdoms. By the way, do not send hate to Abe. He is doing his best with these corrupt, and I'm probably even putting Abe in a terrible situation. So Abe, if you watch this, I'm really sorry, but I cannot. My beef is with one admin in specific, maybe even 2, but that's a whole other story. The whole server has just been so f***ed up. Doesn't make sense for RP. Admins are puppeteering everything. I don't know what the is going on. No transparency, zero comms, intervening constantly. Heart is heavy, can't sleep, pissed off. And by the way, this also I don't want to take away all the effort because there's so many admins, you know what I mean? I don't want to take away any of the light that like Face Punch did, Twitch did, Abe did, all the other admins, Mr. Blue, there's so many admins behind the scenes that did wonderful things. I'm sure even Ryan did great things, but I'm allowed to still call you out for the things you did bad without you trying to not to invalidate everything good you've done. But if you do something bad, you did something bad. Okay. I did enjoy the server. I did tell you guys, this was one of my favorite servers. One of my favorite servers. Unfortunately, the most drama I've ever had in a server though. Unfortunately. I don't remember admins interfering this much before either. I don't know why it's happening so much in this server. In the very first day, in our POV at least, I felt as though Iron Fang had the more Rust pros. That's just how I saw it on the first day or 2. But unfortunately for them, they like quit or something. Not Iron Fang's fault or anything, but for some reason it felt like it became our fault. And I was just like, what? And like what's done is done. And I'm all here for things to be fair, but I'm not here to be disrespected by admins. Really not. I'm not. It's just so troll. It's so troll. Like, where are we right now? Lidu, I'm so sorry. I really tried to keep a cool head about things, but I think the admins went too far for sure. And I really appreciate you and Foolish for trying to make things better. You guys should have been admins. Yeah, I'll be for real. I just feel like, I don't know. Thank you for speaking up about this as well. I think a lot of people wouldn't be comfortable speaking up about it and it would have been left at that. Yeah, I am very lucky and privileged to be in a position to speak up. So thank you for that. And, I do still have some kind of guilt and I do feel bad for speaking out about it, oddly enough. But I know I have to be selfish and it'll help me sleep better. It will. It actually will. For me to expose the corruptness of this place. So yeah. Why does Rust always have drama? I feel like having drama within other players is common and normal because it's competitive and whatnot. I think having beef and drama with an admin, guys, I want to really highlight this, okay? Like this is, I don't want anything lost in translation. This isn't about me having beef with a player. This is literally me having beef with someone in power, okay? I feel like it's so different. Player versus player, like honestly, I don't give a And I think for me, like, I wouldn't be on here ranting for 20 minutes about it. I think with an admin of the server that is a director, that I think justifies coming on here to speak up. Only if it's in-game and not OOC between players. Again, this isn't a player. I saw all of that from a different viewpoint and got the wrong feelings about it at the time. Anyways, I do also want to reiterate, he did eventually apologize. And then again, I want to reiterate, before you attack me and say, hey, he already apologized, I want you to know the whole way towards the apology felt invalidating. You know when like you say something is offensive, like, hey man, this was up, and then they go, oh, I didn't know like you would feel offended about something like this, like and then like add on like context, which is just excuses of like why they wrote that, and then me writing, hey man, there is no context or valid reason to be writing that to players, and that's why I don't feel good. So yeah. You guys are 35. If you got issues with third parties, what the f?
Guys, the third parties are making us so tough.
Guys, there's meds again if you guys need.
Where?
Why is this admin speaking to us like this?
I have a bunch of guns. I'm gonna depot in this frag.
Any leadership here?
Oh, you guys have been living guns.
Good
That's what you're doing amazing, by the way.
Do you have more meds in here? Oh, hi, kitty. Yeah, there's a lot of meds.
Whoa, you guys have any advice for the drone? Is there anything that would be more helpful, base?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Honestly, just getting guns off the ground is the best thing we can do.
Tarjan didn't see red warning. You see warning? Tarjan not see warning.
No, there was no red warning. Admins are just not aware of what's going on. And don't read into it too much.
What happened? What's happened with them?
They're killing us out there, but like we're trying to fall back and we can't fall back. And this is gonna cause drama 100%. Whatever, just play with it. Have some fun, shoot some guns.
Drama and Rust never.
It would never.
Oh my god, can we turn off that music?
Dude, yeah, I don't get the music in the middle of a hardcore fight.
God, my head. I need band-aids.
No bodies.
Oh, there's a bunch of switches here. I need food. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies Let's go!
Any guns in here?
I need to process this info, and then, and you know, I think I need to just process this before if I speak. If I speak. So I'm just gonna process it before I speak. I'm going to bed. It gets to a point. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll surely find some sense of it all tonight. I'm gonna raid, I don't know, Foolish or something. Maybe I just missed a lot of stuff while I was fighting. I just don't like an admin speaking like that. I don't know. It seems unprofessional, but we'll see. All right.